How you see Tank and Cruz going down?
To be honest with you, I think a lot of people don't really know about this guy Cruz as much. I think Tank is going to be in much more of a fight than a lot of the fans are probably anticipating. I think at least for the first 5 or so rounds. I think the Cruz is going to bring his physical best. He's going to come out there. He's going to be in Tank's chest. He's going to try to be a strong. He's going to try to punch hard. You know, he's going to bring his best. You know, I think the fans is going to see what's going to happen within the first 4 or 5 rounds. I think it's going to be interesting.
Ultimately, though, after that, do you think he walks into something, Gary?
It's boxing. I think Cruz has a puncher's chance. I think he has a puncher's chance. Anything can happen in the sport of boxing. To be honest with you, I personally don't care who wins because I wanted to fight Tank. So, you know what I'm saying? I was willing to take the fight on a month's notice when we found out that the fight fell through. I was willing to take that fight in a month's notice, and I'm pretty sure that the pay-per-view numbers between me and Gervonta Davis would have been much higher if it was us versus him fighting Cruz. But it is what it is. So I think it's anything is possible in the fight. I think Tank will come out on top. I think he'll ultimately come out on top, but I think he's in for more of a fight than the fans are expecting.
Leo, man, what do you see going down with Tank and Isaac Cruz? What chance does he have?
I agree. You know, Isaac is a strong fighter. He comes forward. He knocked out Magdaleno, you know, in Texas. It was a great fight, but you know, I think Tank Davis is too strong. He's at another level. It's gonna be a great fight, but Tank is gonna beat him.
When you come right to Tank, is that a style you think Tank likes and does best against, or you got to put the pressure on? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think when a fighter brings the pressure and is on top of you, he brings the best out of you. That's what they do to me. When I face fighters that are tough, they come forward, it brings the best out of me. So I think that's what happened with Tank.
What's the best advice you could give Isaac Cruz, having been in there with Tank?
You know, be patient, box him, you know, not go and brawl. Because if he goes, he could get caught. Because Tank is a strong fighter, and he's gonna catch him sooner or later.
Right, because you were landing punches. Yeah. It was like you got greedy.
Yeah, I got greedy. I didn't think, and I got caught.
So you have to watch out for that.
You have to watch out because when you least expect it, he just throws a big shot.
Was Tank also the best hand speed that you faced in the professionals, or?
Yeah, you could say, you know, hand speed and power, everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's a great fighter.
Okay, and if Isaac, he's a lightweight, so never mind. We know you want the best at 130.
Yeah, 130.
Does Tank win by stoppage, you think, or it goes the distance?
I think stoppage, yeah. You know, it might go. It's gonna be a hard fight, but you know, I think Tank by stoppage.
What do you think of Tank's replacement opponent, Isaac Cruz?
No disrespect to Rolly. I thought it was going to be an interesting fight because more based on what, you know, the trash talking and, you know, there's a little bit of bad blood between them two. But I think this is a way better replacement, way better fight now because Isaac Cruz, he's really strong, a little short for the weight class, yeah, but Tank is not the biggest fighter in his weight class either. Little mini Mike Tyson as well, pressure fighter. So it's gonna play out to be an interesting fight. I think against Rolly was gonna be a little bit sluggish because of Rolly's style. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the change. I mean, I hope, and I was hoping that it would have been Gary Russell, but you know, unfortunately it wasn't. But Isaac Cruz is really good replacement.
Is that come forward style tailor made for a Tank? You know, walking into a buzzsaw, or no? You think Tank? It is and it isn't.
If you go back to Leo Santa Cruz against him, when Leo was pressuring him, Tank was having problems. You know, Tank was like, you know, feeling uncomfortable. You know, but you know, once he got his distance, once he got his reach, that's when he was able to do damage against Leo Santa Cruz. So I think it's going to be an interesting fight. Isaac Cruz puts the work. He pressures well. Has power, has pop behind those hands. So again, I'm looking forward to this fight even more now.
And will Cruz be easy work?
Huh?
Will Cruz be easy work, you think?
Cruz, man, I mean, Rolly said he would. Rolando, I spoke with Rolly, and he said that Tank is gonna go right through Cruz. Nobody wants to see that fight. That's what he said.
What do you think about Gervonta's fight now with Isaac Cruz? You know, how's that gonna go?
I say it like this: he was the original opponent, so what's gonna happen? You know, he was the original opponent, and then I activated the mandatory because that's the fight I wanted. And man, it went back to the original opponent. But it's all right. Tank's gonna knock him out one round. Now I'm gonna get Tank in the spring, and I'm gonna knock him out one fucking round. just like that.
So you think Tank's gonna knock Cruz out in 1 round? I mean, they call him Little Tyson. He's supposed to be able to put that pressure on, have some punching power. You don't think
Tank's gonna knock him out. Are you really questioning if Tank's gonna knock him out? Okay.
Let's talk about the fight.
I mean, that dude's tailor-made for uppercuts.
Some of the Mexican fighters, though, they got good chins. And if he could,
when there's punchers, there's no such thing as a chin. With punchers, no such thing as a chin. Just like that.
And then you also got Tank and Cruz. Again, your thoughts?
I think that that's easy fight with Tank. Cruz, I don't really know too much about him. I know that he's a dog, that he got that he's going to come to fight, but I just think Tank is on a total different level than him.
What chances is Isaac Cruz, this replacement for the Romero Tank fight, what chance does that guy have against Gervonta Davis?
The chances of me growing an afro. That's how this chance.
Well, we don't know if you're keeping the ball just for the look or if you could grow something out.
You can see the hair loss right here at the top, and I just grow it on the side. I got a big bald spot back here too, bro. Then it just That's the chances that Cruz have. Cruz is a tough guy. He's gonna come and bring it, and then he's gonna get caught, and he's gonna be night-night.
Tailor-made.
You can call it whatever you want to call it. Tailor-made, whatever. But this is gonna be a showcase fight once again for Tank Davis. Showcase fight. Trust me, he gonna look spectacular, knocking out Cruz. Cruz makes too many mistakes. You know, you got to understand that Tank Davis is on another level. He truly is. He can play defense. You know, he can control distance. He can come inside. He knows how to work the body. He knows how to set up his kill shots. He's comfortable. He's a master at his craft. He knows what he's doing. You know, inside the ring, Cruz will be brave, but that braveness gonna get him knocked out cold.
It's coming. Gervonta Davis fighting and Cruz. You have any predictions on that fight and how that fight's probably going to go down?
I'm a big Tank fan, so I know. I just see him dominating that, you know. So yeah, I think he's like special in that sense, you know. I don't think there's many fighters like that. So yeah, I think it's another knockout win for that.
Is Isaac Cruz ready for Gervonta Tank Davis?
Probably not. Tank is a strong puncher. You know, he could hit. Tank's got devastating power, and when you're able to do that, you mentally wear fighters down too. Just not physically, but mentally. So I see this being a big win for Tank. But I think the question comes: who is Tank? And at this point, who is Tank going to fight next? After, you know, I think people are getting excited to see maybe a Teofimo or a Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia, somebody like that at lightweight. So I think that's going to be something that the promoters are going to have to make happen.
Tank in this fighter from Mexico, you saw Cruz. You think you know, him trying to put the pressure on Tank, that leads to Tank getting a knockout once again? Or?
Well, you know, I say this about Cruz. I watched it. Well, of course, we had to kind of flip-flop and start adjusting to Cruz.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's a good little fighter. Actually, skill-wise, he may pose even a different, way different threat than Rolly. Right. And I say this because he's an in-your-face type of guy. He likes to bring pressure. Whether or not he brings to Gervonta, the way he's been bringing to fighters in the past, I don't know. But we prepared for that, nevertheless. I like him. You know, I like the matchup, and he's hungry. You know what I mean? He want to be champ too. You know, and then on the flip side, Gervonta want to keep what he's earned thus far. You know, and so I think it'll end up being a good fight. And another thing that could pose a problem, you know, is the fact that this time, instead of Gervonta being a shorter fighter, he's going to be a little taller. You know, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, he's had crazy success against taller fighters. This time it's a little different because he's fighting somebody shorter than him. You know, so, you know, we'll see, you know, come the fifth, you know, but again, we got all the confidence in the world, you know, in Tank, his abilities and what he does. And hopefully after that, you know, we're not going to overlook Cruz because that would be a mistake to do. We're going to prepare for him. That's why we up in this place.
Right, right. Not taking
so
it lightly.
Let you know we're not playing.
Right, right.
And we're not taking this man lightly. or Terrence Crawford. But nevertheless, you know, we're prepared for however it does, you know, that night.
If you're trying to make a firefight with Tank, good luck to you. You know, that's a tall order.
Now, you know, and I kind of stayed away from that.
Yeah.
But the reality is, even though, what do they call Cruz? Baby Pitt or something?
Mexican Mini Tyson.
Mexican Mini Tyson. I understand now, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis, we also know that he got bombs in both hands.
That's the real Mini Tyson.
You know what I mean? And so, as much respect as we're going to give Mr. Cruz, but come fight time, you know, there's no holds barred. You know what I mean? And so, you know, definitely we're not taking this man lightly.